So, hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Hopefully I'm not too bright because I have the light right there. But today guys, I'm gonna talk about elbow pain during push-ups or dips. This pain is very unusual in terms of that on the internet. I've searched like elbow pain while doing push-ups or dips, and I found almost nothing. While dips, I found all kinds of chest pain, whatever, but there is almost anything about, there isn't anything about elbow pain while doing push-ups or dips. And therefore, yeah, I decided to do this video, guys, to inform you about this thing, and hopefully it's going to be helpful for someone, because someone as well has felt or will feel this kind of pain, and therefore he may know from this video now what to do and what has helped me in my experience to overcome this pain. So let's first figure out this pain. So if I'm taking my arm, this pain, the location of this pain is gonna be right here. So it's very on the back of the arm, almost right here, and it's gonna be specifically a pain that you will not feel anytime that you're doing whatever other exercise. So it's not like the gripping pain that you feel right here because of like the grip while you're doing pull-ups or while you're doing like whatever gripping exercise in the gym. It's not that pain. Again, it's a pain related to the medial head or the tricep. So right here. So the first thing about this pain, at least in my experience, is that this pain occurs only after I'm doing a lot of reps on push-ups and dips. When I'm fresh, when I start doing reps, I don't feel any discomfort in both my elbows. But as long as I'm progressing, I'm getting tired, I'm resting low because I'm trying to do a lot of reps within, you know, a time limit. So I'm training for reps, so that's how I work out. And therefore, after a while, so after I do like 150 reps, something like that, I start feeling a bit of discomfort in this position right here. And the discomfort, so the pain, it's only when I'm like going down and my arm reaches like, I would call it 120 degrees. So when my arm is pretty much like this, that is where I start feeling pain. And then as long as I'm going down, I feel the pain. And then when I'm pushing up, pain. And then from here on, I feel nothing. So what's happening here? In my experience, so in my knowledge of the anatomy, physiology of the muscles, how the arm is built, you know, all the stuff, I think this pain could be classified as a overtraining pain due to this bone. So can you see that if you're like having your arm like 120 degrees, can you see a bone here getting out, right? Here and here. This bone, it's called the medial epicondyle of the humerus, and it's of the bone of the upper arm. And in this bone, it's important because a lot of tendons attach to it, and a lot of internal ligaments of the elbow joint are attached to it. So it's pretty important. But what happens to people like myself that have this bone pretty outwards? See how out these are? Compared to the medial head tricep. So I'm talking about the medial head of the tricep. So the head of the tricep that is going to be closer to your body. So this one right here. So if I do this, see, this is the medial head of the tricep. And this one. So what happens? I think it's something pretty simple. The tendon of the medial head of the tricep goes beneath this part, because the tricep tendons here like join together of the three heads. They join together and then they attach right here, so that you can exert the force with the tricep to extend the arm, right? But there is, in my case, a specific tendon that runs through here and touches, I think, right here. I can pretty much feel the tendon if I do this, right? And what happens is that while I'm doing push-ups, see, I'm flexing the elbow and I'm extending it. And if I do the same, like right here, and I place a finger right here, and I do this, I can feel the tendon going on top of my finger, right? So what's happening here is that the tendon, as I'm flexing the elbow, the tendon from underneath the bone, because now the tendon is right here, so it's coming down from here and it's doing this, right? So when I have the arm extended, it's going downwards. But now, as I'm flexing the arm, the elbow, the tricep gets extended, so the tricep gets pulled towards the forearm, right? And therefore this tendon from underneath starts going top, 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 tuck. And you can really feel like a little snap. I don't feel it. If I do this, I don't feel it. But if I place just a finger here and I do this, I can feel it. And this tendon going up here in the bone, when I'm in the maximum flexion, the tendon is right here. See it? See here the tendon? But now what happens? As when I'm extending the arm again, the tendon is getting pulled downwards, 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 tuck. And then again here, it switches back to the position of the start, and then it stays down again. Tuck, tuck. See? So this movement of the tendon, right? This is what I think creates the irritation of the area, and then ultimately the pain, the inflammation of the tendon, and then the pain. So it's a pain that you feel only after a while that you're doing reps. You feel it when you maximally, when you have like 90 degrees and you're holding your body. And when you stop working out, the pain completely goes away. You just feel a bit of discomfort still in the first like 1-2 hours after you stop working out. And if you like create tension on the arms, you still feel a bit of discomfort, but then after like 4-6 hours, you don't feel anything. And that's like how this pain works, at least for me. I'm not saying that it works in this way for everyone, but for me, it works like this. And therefore, because it's a pain that is due to like an anatomical movement of a tendon over a bone, that means that I can't do anything about it. There is no position, there is nothing I can really do to prevent this tendon from moving, because it's physiological, because of the fact that here the tricep is maximally stretched, so the tendon is right here, and here is going back, is going downwards. Here is going up, and here is going downwards, so I can't change that. But there are some things that I've found out that actually may work and may help you to not only start training better, but specifically they're gonna help you to start feeling the discomfort and the pain, because the pain is gonna come, because this movement is there. But if you can minimize it, then that means the less stress on the tendon, less irritation, less pain. And therefore you're gonna be able to do a lot more of reps before you start feeling that discomfort and before you start feeling that pain for like overuse, overtraining. The first thing is going to be something that I think like this could work. So something like a band, I don't know how these things are called, that may help you if you do this, right? Probably if you have like a wider one, it's better. And these things may be very, very tight, so they must really press yourself here. And this helps because of the fact that this thing keeps the tendon down, and therefore as I'm flexing the elbow, the tendon is kept fixed in that position because of this band. So it's helping the tendon not moving, because see, I can still, if I'm here keeping forcefully with my finger, I'm keeping the tendon down, see that I'm still able to flex the arm up to here. See? If I try to go more, then it becomes pretty hard because I can't, because the tendon wants to switch upwards. But this band can really help you to achieve that 90-degree position, because you don't need to go lower every rep, right? You just need to reach 90 degrees and then you can rep up. So that really helps. But I think the most important thing is warming up. I've seen this exercise right here working. It's very, very effective, because it's very hard to like warm up this area other than like doing push-ups, right? You can't really warm up this area other than doing push-ups, but there's actually a way, and it's doing this. So you do circles with your arm like this, with the hand, with the forearm, you do circles, but at the same time you're like extending the elbow and you're flexing it, see? So you're doing this, you're going anti-clockwise and then you're going clockwise, and this helps because it creates purposely this movement on the joint, but you don't have any tension because you don't have your body that is pushing against your tendon, right? The tendons are free to move here. So this movement of the tendons without having any tension applied on them can help them warm up, and then can prevent that over movement of the tendon, and that may prevent the pain ultimately, right? So I think this is like the best way to prevent the pain, just doing this movement. So warming up the area, just go like 30 seconds one way, one direction, and then switch 30 seconds to another one. And this really helps. It's incredible how you feel like more warmed up and more control on the elbows once you do this. And then as well you can do like this, right? Or the other side. So all movements that can help you, you know, warm up the tendons and all this area, and that can really prevent a lot of injuries, a lot of pains, a lot of irritation and inflammation. So that's the first thing, the most important. Even before using a band, if you don't start warming up, that may determine that the pain will get worse and worse and worse until you're not going to be able to work out anymore because of that pain. So be careful of that, guys. And then after you warm up, I think the second important thing to do is change the grip of the hands. I've seen so many people like wrapping like this. Why they're wrapping like this? Because in this way the elbow is flare out and you're using more the chest, right? By using more the chest is a bigger muscle of the triceps and the shoulders, so you are creating more force, so you can wrap more, right? But the problem of having the elbows flare out is that this position of the elbow really helps this friction of the tendon on the bone, and therefore that may really determine that you're gonna start feeling pain a lot earlier. So after you just done 50 reps, you're gonna start already feeling discomfort and pain here just because of this position, right? So in my opinion, I think it's a lot better to you know, humble yourself, switch to this position, so taking away a lot of the chest, but start wrapping like this. So in this position, because of the fact that you're changing from an internally rotated position to a more externally rotated position, your elbow automatically will be closer to your body, right? And this position right here is almost like neutral for the tendon, and therefore it creates very minimal tension and very minimal movement on the tendon, and that of course helps not creating that inflammation and that pain. So arms with the fingers pointing upwards. I know it's a lot harder to do push-ups like this because you're using a lot more your triceps and your shoulders than you're using the chest, but believe me guys, it's gonna be something that's gonna help you not only prevent the pain but also acquire some strength in your triceps and your shoulders, because a lot of guys can rep out a lot like this, but they can rep out only in this position. If you like already change the grip to a pseudo push-up, they can do like not even 1/3 of the max of the other one. So that means that their body is just used to that, to do push-ups in that position, but as soon as you switch the position, the body starts not knowing what to do. So that's important, guys. Learn to train with different grips. This. So diamond, normal, wide, archer, right? Pseudo, then trying to do normal push-ups like this, in, medium, switch grips, switch how you do push-ups. Stop doing push-ups just in one way. There are so many ways of doing push-ups, and it's important because each position is gonna give you something that the other positions are not giving you. So if you're training with different grips, you're not only preventing yourself from a potential injury because you're just doing the movement in one plane, in one way, but as well it's gonna make you stronger because you're gonna be able to rep out and do the exercises in a lot of different grips and positions. So that's the thing. That's it. And then of course, third thing, very important, the speed. Guys, slow down. I know that by slowing down, you're gonna be able to do a lot of less reps than you can normally do, but slowing down, doing the movement control is what you need, first of all, to start understanding what maybe you're doing wrong. For example, in my case, the thing I did wrong was that I applied too much force into the inner part of the hand instead of the outward part. That was my mistake. So that know that you have to exert the majority of the force of the hand in the other part of the hand. You have to almost be able to rep out like this, with the hands like this. So not inwards, but outwards. And as well, that control movement, even if you do less reps by going slower, because you're gonna get more tired, but you're gaining because you're creating more tension. Yes, by going fast, you can do more reps in number, but remember that the muscles do not really understand numbers. They just understand the tension and how are you creating the overload that is gonna determine the muscle growth. So if you do the reps slower, you may do only 100 reps, but for the muscle, it's like you have done 500 reps, 500 of fast reps, right? Because that's how it works. So go slower for the reps. Don't care about not reaching your goal or not reaching the amount of reps that you want to. If you're going slower, you are already training a lot more the muscles just with one rep. So thumbs up, guys, and that's it. So that's what has helped me to overcome this pain and training with no pain and prevent it, of course. So I hope you enjoyed and see ya. Bye bye.